Hi everyone, my name is Fedor and you are on XFounders channel. XFounders is a bootcamp for Web3 startups and where ambition founders learn, share experience and help each other to implement Web3 projects. More information about XFounders in the description. Our guest is Ammar, co-founder of Web3 Accelerator, Fractal. Hey Ammar, nice to meet you. Thanks for coming.
Hello, Fedor. Hello, everyone. Thanks for inviting.
Yeah, Ammar, the first question is tell me about yourself and how you came up to work on Fractal.
Okay, it's a long way. I need some time for that. My name is Ammar Al-Ansi. I'm a CEO of Web3 Accelerator, the name of Fractal. More than 10 years I did business in the construction and manufacturing. It's not IT, it's not venture business, it was like close to ground to earth business, what I did. But in the period of pandemic, I found myself in new conditions and I was not ready for them. And after that, I started thinking about two things. How can I create a business which doesn't matter where I am physically in, for opportunities for traveling and being everywhere. And second is the business which I call what I can impact the world with technologies, what will consist in this world, and which kind of habitat these technologies will create on world. I thought about these two things. We started a big project for reforestation, for making our planet greener, firstly. And I believe that it will give millions of people the opportunity to take their part in the greening of our planet. After that, we're seeing the risk of one startups and what we need environment for what can develop over creators in one community, and we can do something great together. After that, we started the Accelerator for making this habitat for common growth. It will shortly my way to Accelerator. We started it 1 year ago with my partner. Now we're a big team, about 20 people, and with mentors, with trackers, with experts, with people who help us. It's a big community, more than 2,000 people who create the startups, helps each other to in their personal and business growth.
Yes, that sounds great. I heard that you have great results after the first cohort of startups. Can you share a bit maybe some numbers shortly?
We looked for 300 startups for first cohort. We chose 22 of them. 18 of them graduated of first batch. Now we focused in work with 7 of them who has a good traction. Who has traction now and growth. We help with raising, with helping with go-to-market strategy and with partnerships with strong partners. It's different types of projects. In first cohort we was focused widely in Web3. It was projects from DeFi, from DeFi infrastructure projects, and different. After we will discuss maybe about our second batch. We changed our focus. Now we look for little bit in our startups, but there it was wide types of startups, and now we continue to work with them. It will be for 3 months, in which time we will work on scoring. Firstly, we will understand the good fields and the fields of startups, what we need to work. After that, we will understand what traction we can have with them in the period of acceleration. We will do that with our partners, with mentors from international companies and accelerators. And after that, in which period they will ready for raising. We will do that because now we have good partnerships with VCs, with business angels who are interested in new specific projects, which have huge potential first, and second, what have real impact to world, to make something good, what decide real problem, what have a market, what have potential customers. We're looking for that.
Super cool. Try to summarize. If you are a founder or you are doing a Web3 startup, you can apply for the Fractal Acceleration program. It starts from 16th of October. Right now, application is open. It's a
Yes.
great opportunity for early stage startups to grow. And we put all the links on Fractal and application form also in the description below.
Thanks. Thanks
Okay,
for further.
yeah, no problem, no problem. Happy to support. And what is the purpose of acceleration besides the funding? What kind of the benefits of acceleration for startups?
It's interesting question. Why? Because before yesterday, maybe, or 3 days ago, I wrote an interesting post topic in the web, and one mentor wrote about startups who want or don't want to apply to accelerators, and he wrote that you must to apply. If you don't want to go, you of course you can don't go, but it's not matter. It's not depends what you not need to be applied in. Make apply for understanding what you are interesting to accelerators. Because it's only your position what accelerators is not interesting to me. He wrote interesting thing, but you need to think, are you interesting for accelerators? It's it's like a symbol. You can understand what are you doing and in which stage, which feedback you can take. It's good opportunity for that, to take feedback from accelerators. If you will want to go, no problem, you will go, you will continue to your acceleration program. But firstly, you can understand, will they invite you or not? It's interesting. I find it like interesting thing when I wrote this topic, and I wanted to share it. What we will do on this 3 months batch. The first is the scoring, because we score the all projects in the beginning. We're looking where different types of questions. It's like deep dive. We're understanding about these startups a lot, and we can give feedbacks for him. If we see the things what he needs to grow mostly, we can we do the like individual trajectory for growing of the startups for 3 months. And in this what we can do with him in these 3 months, who will help us, and what is our goal, who is the strategic investor, to who we will go with him, to which foundation or which ecosystem or which hub, or what we want to do in strategic way, understanding the strategic goal and road to that. The second is the traction. We help him with to make real traction with customers, with payers, with partnerships from corporation if he has a B2B project. It's our goal to help him to make the traction in the period of acceleration. And the third is the raising. They will be prepared for raising all documents, all words, all like a package what we need from documents or from financial documents or pitch decks, or they will be ready for pitch for demo days, and we do that for our acceleration or with our partners and startups from our accelerator has a lot of opportunities to pitch their projects on demo days or meetings with investors. It's the first opportunity, but we will give.
Yeah, sounds great. I remember in my experience when I applied for YC Combinator, this is absolutely a huge and really cool application form. And all the time we have applied maybe 3 or 4 times, and every time you open something new about your company, about your startup, really hard questions sometimes.
Yeah, it's really good. It's really good, amazing experience, because 500 startups invited our project to acceleration of their program, and when we applied when we filled the apply, it's good opportunity to understand better what you do your project, because you need to explain it. It's short terms in few words, and it's you must understand your project cool for that.
Absolutely, yeah. And we XFounders in Fractal, we are talking like together. Sometimes we have like a common values, and We are doing kind of Web3 high school, the guys doing kind of university as acceleration program. And how do you think, in your opinion, what is the goal of strategic partnership between XFounders and Fractal? What kind of problem we try to solve together?
I will try to answer in one word. Maybe it's habitat. If more worlds, it's habitat for growing, for habitat of opportunities, the habitat of people who make common community for growing, for growth each hour, for personal and business growth. And I think that's where startup start. It's the same stage from idea. After that, they make prototype and make MVP, and they make the sales. And after sales, when they made sales, we are ready for scaling. In which period we have the special problems, the special things what we need to decide. And I think that in this any period we can work with different types of programs or companies or mentors who can help them in this specific period. And if we can make the community which will help, which can be helpful for startups in all timeline of his growth period, it's good. For example, in the first period, it's like mentors or schools or XFounders program. Next, we were ready to go to acceleration program from Fractal or another one accelerator. After that, we're ready for working with big companies, for example, some special programs for them. And it's the big community what can be helpful for startups in each period, in each stage. Something like that, maybe.
Yeah, it means that not. I mean, you have always funnel of different startups that are applying for Fractal or any kind of acceleration, and only like part of these startups, that's not a huge amount of companies, can like really take part in acceleration program because they well prepared enough, and the rest part is startups or solo founders, so founders with a stealth mode. They need to like additional support before acceleration program because as we talking with you and Artyom before. I remember he said that if the startup is not well prepared, not ready for acceleration, for for hard working in terms of like traction, sales, business development stuff, it's like can like broken during this 3 months period because the speed is really high. And that's why we are combining here approach of like kind of school and universities, and we try to help acceleration program and Fractal to prepare the early stage startups who are not ready for acceleration right now, but they will be ready after our program. This is like our small talk
Good,
about
good. I think it's a good opportunity. Yeah. It's for good opportunity for its founders, for Fractal, for startups, for all market, because now the speeds very fast, very high, and for developing we need to be faster than world. But world is so fast now. But if you have any opportunity to be faster, if you find the community would help you to be faster in your growth, you must. I think you must to use this opportunity, to go to this opportunity. And today our world needs a lot of technologies, a lot of new things, new ideas for making our life better. And I think it's unbelievable, and maybe I don't see the opportunities today to make something great if you're only one, if you don't have a community, if you don't have a partners, if you don't have mentors who has a good experience, if you don't have a habitat for making this all. And if you are doing something great, one of the important things what you need to do, by my opinion, of course, it's to find not only community. I think communities, habitats, people who can help you to do that. If you have a great idea, you need to find the community who will help you. And now it's not only one community, I think communities, different schools, different ecosystems, and all of them works each hour. It's only one opportunity to make a really good habitat for growth for people, because I think it's very important today to find this opportunity, to make these ideas, great ideas, to real life. In this fast period, it's like
yeah, it's almost impossible
it's
to
one of conditions,
yeah.
one of important condition for all of that.
Yeah, networking. Absolutely. Yeah, and can you maybe describe some approach that you're using at Fractal? I mean, maybe some kind of principles, or maybe you have like few really strong expertise that you helping startups. You mentioned about like real traction. Yeah, can you be like explain what value else Fractal can provide for startups in terms of your like strong parts, strong sides of Fractal?
Thanks. What's the first? First, I think it's the partnership with networking, what you said, because now it's the founders. If you're with Fractal, you have a connection with a lot of founders. Every one of them has experience, have a connection, have ideas, have experience. And it's like a community of founders. It's the first. The second is the mentors, because now our startups work with mentors from Techstars, Plug and Play, 500 startups, from Web3 accelerators, GameFi accelerators, with huge experience in their own businesses too. Except that is the connections with VCs, with investors, not only for raising money, for taking advice. Sometimes I think that good advice is the more valuable than money, in which period the right advice can open the new opportunities, new ways, new markets, and it's important too. The second is the system, because we're based on methodology of scoring. The pluses and minuses of your startups, what is strong and what you need to improve. And what else? And what is very important for me personally? That's all of course. That's all of course. I mean, it's like the in every period of startup, you need something. For example, for start, you need to check your idea to make it dev, to make research of the market. The second, you need to understand what is your product, what is his strong ways. After that, you go to market and check it, try to sell something, or try to build. And in every period, you have problems and things with what you need the help, and the strong community with mentors, the database of information, the knowledge bases. It's only the ways to decide that. But what I want to say, except that, it's the values, because now we focused on impact startups, what can really improve some sides of our life. And we understand what now the big VCs and big companies and corporates were interested in that. And I was in Dubai and in Saudi Arabia, in Riyadh and Jeddah for 1 month and a half, and I chatted a lot with persons from government, from corporates, from VCs, and now we're better understanding their focus for what we're looking for. And now, if we see the same project, we can explain to him to which opportunities he can to go. For example, which city or which company or which government or which we see interested in that, and we can connect them, and they can not only give them the money, they can give them advice what we need to do for being interesting to them, for example. And I think it's very important if you understand the strategic partnerships for your projects, for your product.
Yeah. Thinking about Fractal, let's try to help early stage founders understand what the stage for projects will be like? What how to say? Can you describe the stage of projects who have to apply for Fractal to get the maximum value from your acceleration? Or like maybe the perfect picture of startup right now for you?
Ideal what? I didn't understand the question.
Yeah, I mean,
what
at what
types of
stage?
projects for we're looking for, or what?
Yeah. What kind of projects you're looking for? Like the perfect picture of these projects, who like well prepared enough for your program?
Okay, I understand. What we're doing right now? Now we're doing the Smart Environment Builders batch on October. What I said. What we are interested with firstly, it's mostly it's Web3 projects in DeFi, ReFi infrastructure, and Web2 projects in FinTech and Biotech. We're interested in seed stage. We have partners. We have partners like XFounders for working with pre-seed startups and the startups from our funnel in pre-seed stage. We will give them information about XFounders, which opportunities we can go in this project, in this company. But where we'll focus mostly in seed stage, early seed stage maybe. It's because we understand in first batch what is very important to us to work with startups who understand their problem solution fit. After that, it's a simple way to go to product market fit, and it's very important to VCs because mostly investors with who we work is VCs and individual investor, but who lead the deals with VCs. That's why it's what we mostly can help to startups to work with VCs. For that, we need the startups in this stage. And now I saw in the first batch what we had a project from pre-seed and seed period, and I understand what we most help can be most helpful for seed startups. It's most valuable for them. Maybe we will do the same project with some project with XFounders for earlier stages, but I see now what XFounders good understand what needs with pre-seed startups, and I think what you can give him these values. I hope that we will see, but now I'm understanding what XFounders really understand what the early stage startups need to check their ideas, to check their hypotheses, to go to first sales and exit.
Yeah, thanks a lot.
Like
It's yeah. Please continue. No? Yeah.
What else?
I want to just emphasize that
maybe I can explain a little bit the types of projects what we're looking for.
It really helped to understand what and founders can understand.
Good. What types of projects interesting for us? The simples, the money transfers technologies, the carbon credits, the tokenization of real assets, of forests, of nature, infrastructure products, smooth integration solutions, venture ecosystem tools, the tools that can help the startups in their growth. We're interested in projects like that. The mostly very interesting projects what we can use on smart cities and AI, but AI not common. The really implementation, mass adoption for all of the technologies. What I said before, if AI helps in that, it's interesting to us too.
Yeah.
And I said about biotech. Biotech is the way with our partners, ETF, VC, and a new accelerator. We will do the batch with them. It's some different types of projects, but the information will be more soon in our website, in our Telegram, in our LinkedIn, and everywhere. Now we started applying for projects for Web3 and Web2.
Okay, sounds great. The really important things here also is problem solution fit. This is like the red line for companies. They have to understand really clear this kind of like stage, and then after problems.
Focus, but it's very amazing and interesting experience. It will be an interesting experience for us. It's the next batch. The second is we are doing with partnerships with big players. After I will be ready to tell about that, because we're interested to understanding the future of startups if we work. We want to give them to strategy vision, to where we go, to which ecosystem, to which cities, to which governments, to which corporations, or to which blockchains, for example, if it's decentralized app. I think that it's really important to understand the strategy investor, the strategy owner, the strategy client, big client for products. What do startups in our accelerator? This is second. And the third is I'm thinking about all way, because I understand what, for example, early stage startups can do something maybe with no money or with less of money. It's enough for them. But in the stage where we are ready for first investments, now our partners, Payback platform, we do the products for them to raise first the money, first the investments after FFF round. After that, we're understanding what if we have as a strategic investors in the future, we need and we have a partners who can help with first allocations to startups like our partners Payback platform. We need something in middle. Now we do that with our partners VCs. Who work with startups, but in future, I think that it's very important to thinking to find a way in this period. For example, in the first investors from allocations on platforms. Second is something what we need to understand, and I think it's one of our future plans to find opportunity what we can do here. And the first stage is strategic investors, big players.
Okay. Yeah, and we're living a really interesting time. I mean, it's a bear market, crypto winter, a lot of like bad things happen, illegal things, legal issues with the huge crypto players. How do you see the current situation, the Web3 market for startups? And maybe you can share some, I don't know, maybe a future vision of Web3.
A really hard question, because I had a lot of discussions about that with friends, with partners, with small talks in my business trip to MENA region, and I see different things about that. A lot of people hopes to after 1 year, after halving of Bitcoin, it will be next period. Some of people thinks like that. The second opinion is, and I don't know, maybe unfortunately, maybe they can be right. What the real mass adoption will be after CBDC or central bank cryptocurrencies and something like that. It's not about decentralization, of course, but it's really easy way to mass adoption. But I think that it's mass adoption what not cryptons want to see and will like. What else? I really believe what tokenization is the future, the tokenization of real assets, the nature assets, the finance assets, but the situation what now we see on exchanges, on crypto exchanges, it's like a wild west. I don't know how it will be. The regulation will come, of course. And I'm sure in what a lot of regulation will be, and maybe it's some correctly, because now it's a lot of people lost their money, and we don't have any opportunities for now what we can to do, only the second time to go to this market. And what else? Now we're looking more widely, because we think that this market, what we see right now, it's about dApps and Web3 and the tokens or exchange. It's not the all potential of blockchain technology. We think that it's only small part, but this part is now is very on hype, and a lot of people see that. But the big part of this potential is not on the apps or something like that. It's in the work of government, corporations, between people. I mean, the projects without tokens, without exchanges. It's only that they use these technologies for not making tokens or go to exchanges. It's the way to use these markets to decide real problems. And I see this huge potential, and I think what the market will go to this field, to this area. That's why we right now we're looking for startups for that. For example, for our first batch, it was 22 startups. Only 7 of them has their tokens, and 15 of them don't have the tokens. We're not looking at the startups only with tokens. Of course, with token, it can be interesting because we can do X's, a lot of X's, X10, X30, and it's like a good way for early investors to make exit from projects. But if we are looking not only for that, if we are looking for technologies that really can improve something, we need to look deeper, and we try to do that.
Okay. And the final question, what advice you can give for new Web3 founders who just want to try to make something in Web3, or who are going from Web2 to Web3 for building some products?
Okay. Now, I very trying to stop to thinking about between Web 2 and Web 3, because I think that now it's so fast, and Web 3 was a hype, after what AI was a hype, after and now we will see what will be next, and not be focused only go to Web 3 or making don't see the opportunities between not opportunities, the difference between that. I think we can look to market, to problem, what we can decide, and the way of decision, how we can decide this problem. And all of that, the Web 2 or Web 3 or AI or blockchain, all things, it's only the ways, it's only the technologies, it's only the tools with what we can decide this problem. And not trying to do the business on Web 3. Trying to do business what can decide real problems of people, and the money, they're in the money 100%. If you decide the problem of people and people are ready to pay for that, it's a good business. It's a good business for doing. And doing with blockchain or without blockchain is the second question. The first question is, what are you doing? Now I think a lot about that, really, because we thought about using the blockchain technology and Accelerator to making DAO, to making tokenization of assets of our assets of startups. But now we decided that the first is product. If you do a product what really interested to people, you can do a DAO, you can do tokens, you can do everywhere else. But if you do the products what not useful, the tokens, DAO, marketplaces, you see a lot of projects what have same things in their roadmap, but all of them now on the down of the market.
Okay, great advice. Create the value first, yeah. Product is better.
Really, I think I think about a lot that, and I just shared what I think about that. Maybe the people have another opinion, that it will be very interesting to me to write on comments or to continue this discussion.
Okay, great. Thank you so much, Ammar. Thank you for coming.
Okay,
hope to see you soon.
Inviting.
Yeah, thanks a lot. Bye.